is that you don't say, I'm good if I start or I'm good if I come off the bench. Whenever I go in, whether it's starting or off the bench, doesn't make any difference. I'm going to give you 100%.
For you, as a family, as a father, was it difficult? I know Jamar got drafted at 18, coming out of Southside High School, but then to have, if my timeline's correct, after sophomore year, DeMarcus went down to Bradenton Academy down in Florida.
Yes.
Was that difficult to kind of send your 16-year-old son away?
Yes, it was. That was very, very difficult. I mean, we talked about that and we talked about that, and we were like, is it something that we want him to do? Is it something that he really wants to do? And I mean, we sat down as a family and talked about it. We talked about it just about all the way up until it was time for him to, go down there. And then we went down and visited. They invited us down to visit. And the atmosphere was a great atmosphere. I mean, it was not only an atmosphere of soccer, but it was an atmosphere of like community and, and camaraderie and education. I mean, it was all of that, and that's what kind of, gave us a little bit of ease, is that it wasn't going to be where he was just going down there and just kind of hanging out and doing soccer. He was going down there, he's going to get an education, he was going to be in a community-like atmosphere, a family-type atmosphere. And that was great, man. That was fantastic for all those kids that went down there. And most of those guys are still playing.
Having your son represent the United States in the biggest sporting event in the world, what does that mean to you?
I just can't even put it in words, to be honest, Glenn. I just can't. I mean, I think about it sometime even when I'm talking to my friends and I tear up, because it's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, if you understand, what it's like to be at a place like that, as a player and as a parent, it's just unbelievable, man. Because like you said in the beginning, I just never looked that far ahead. I never fathomed that, he'd be on this stage in his career doing this now. Just never fathomed that. But it definitely would, I don't know, I'm probably going to be crying more when he walks out on the field than he will, because it's going to be that great. It's going to be a moment that, you just, there's things in your life sometimes where you just stop, and you savor the moment, and that's going to be one of the situations where hopefully he'll just walk out there and he'll just stop for a second, and just savor the moment and then, move on and play,
What do you think Brazil is going to be like? Because Brazil's a soccer country.
Right.
It's not like they're going to Switzerland or Timbuktu.
Right.
I mean, you're going to what many people would consider one of the capitals of soccer in
the
entire world.
Right.
What's your anticipation for that? And then what have you seen from the U.S. team? How do you think they're going to fare in what's everyone's calling the group of death?
Well, first thing is, I think when we get down there, the atmosphere is going to definitely be, a plus. To me, it's just not anything like it that I've been to, and I've been to some American stuff, football games and, basketball, NBA stuff, playoffs and that kind of stuff. But the atmosphere is just totally different. It's totally different because it's countries. So you see a whole lot of, Netherlands people. You see a whole lot of, Swedish people. You have German people. I mean, and they're all about the same thing. They're all about soccer. There's no, they're speaking, they're talking. Everybody is trying to, more or less just enjoy the moments, have a good time and that kind of stuff. And I mean, it's just an atmosphere that unless you're there, it's kind of hard to explain it to you, But for people that have been to events like that, like I said, the NBA, Super Bowl, stuff like that, they kind of got an idea. But this is You know, and I'm not knocking our stuff, because our stuff is awesome. But this is just, to me, it's like world. I mean, because you have 52 nations vying for one gold cup. 52 nations. And they are supposed to be the best nations in the world. So that's my point on that. And I feel like if we play our game, we have a good chance to beat all three of them, to be honest. But there's always that in the back of your head that you know, like people are saying now, that the group of death is a hard group to come out of. But pretty much every group that we've been in, if you look at the people that we played over the years, they've always had at least two people in there, or two countries in there that are really, really good. You know, and we end up playing them, and either we do well or we don't. Because when we played South Korea was ranked ahead of us, you know, but we tied South Korea. When we played Algiers, you know, Algiers was ranked ahead of us, you know, but we beat Algiers. So I mean, it's just, I just feel like if we go there and we play our game, you know, just make sure we do what we need to do, play our game. Have them come to us. Because as long as we try to play Portugal's game or Germany's game, we're going to get defeated. And just from playing sports yourself, you know that. You have to play. Your coach set up a strategy for you to play. Now, if you play your strategy, more than likely you're going to win the game. But once you go away from what you're doing or what you need to do and you start doing what they are dictating for you to do, then that's when you lose the game. And I'm feeling like if we go there and play our game, just move the ball around like we did in this last game, just do the things that just, you know, really quick thinking, you know, everybody shifting on defense, we're going to be awesome. I think we scared some people. I really think we scared some people.
Getting out the door, put a